In Chapter 13, we're going to go back to a concept that we covered back when we were talking about the states of matter and classifying them. If you remember, a homogeneous mixture was also called a solution, and Chapter 13 is all about the details of solutions. A solution is made up of something that's dissolved, which would be the solute, and we might have more than one of those. And the solute is dissolved in the solvent. So to further distinguish those two, the solvent is always the chemical that we have more of, and the solute is the one that we have less of. So for example, if you dissolve sugar in water, almost all the time you're going to have more water than sugar, so water will be the solvent. The amount of sugar that you can dissolve, the maximum amount, would reach what we call a saturated solution. So sugar does dissolve in water, however, you reach a point when you're adding sugar and stirring that the sugar will no longer dissolve. If you put in less than that, you would have an unsaturated solution. And it's not possible to put in more than the max, but you can trick the chemicals into dissolving more than the maximum. This would be a supersaturated solution. So you have to trick the solution by carefully doing this, controlling the temperature, for example. So a supersaturated solution is not stable. It's very similar to superheated water. Water will boil at 100 degrees, however, you can put water into a microwave, heat it, and sometimes the water will get hotter than 100 degrees. It's actually quite dangerous because if you put anything into the water, the fact that it's not stable at that temperature means it's going to quickly turn into gas, and it usually will come out of the container and burn you. So we're not going to worry so much about supersaturated, just saturated versus unsaturated. So we can measure how much solute we put in, and these are the three most common units that we're going to look at. Molarity is abbreviated with a capital M, and that's how many moles of the solute we dissolve per however many liters of solution that we make. Molality is abbreviated with a lowercase m, and the numerator is the same, moles of solute, but the denominator is kilograms, and it's not the whole solution, it's just the solvent. And then the last one that we're going to look at is mass percent, also called weight percent. This would be grams of whatever chemical is in your solution divided by the total number of grams, and then turn it into a percent by multiplying by 100.